And now for something completely different.
Smoke
medical
weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and past it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
How the hell are you? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. You can always call the show 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, if this is your first time listening to the show, hi, my name's Ryan Hoppe, and I am the host of this award-winning circus. You never know what we might talk about. We might talk about the latest in celebrity news. We might talk about dating apps. You never know. We might make fun of that dementia patient known as Joe Biden. For all the info on this award-winning show, hey, that rhymed. Just go to ryanhopperadio.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to tell you that I find competitive eating to be absolutely, positively repulsive. And here is one of the main reasons, besides it being repulsive, watching people shove food in their mouth. Whenever I think about competitive eating, I think about the fact that it is nothing more and nothing less just a representation of a slow news day during the summer. You know what I mean? Because it happens on the 4th of July, and all that's going on is pretty much baseball. And the funny part about that is it means that there's nothing else going on. Like if it were to happen in March, it wouldn't get as much coverage because you would have MLB, NBA playoffs, NHL, NFL draft, NFL free agency. But whenever I think of the competitive eating, it just makes me sad. It makes me think about the fact that there's really nothing going on. So I saw this headline here. And I think about things really deeply. So whenever I look at the competitive eating videos, I'm just like, that food could go to help out the poor in like Flint, Michigan. Joey Chestnut, who got banned for eating like vegan hot dog when it was a rival of the sponsor of Nathan's hot dogs. He devours 200 boneless wings in 38 minutes for Buffalo Wild Wings. I love how TMZ wrote this. He competed in another tournament and inhaled 57 wieners in 300 seconds. I mean, that's disgusting. And I don't like to get scatological on this show. I find that part of life when you have to go to the bathroom to be just very gross. I don't even like jokes about it. But I've always wondered, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like, you just have to think about it at some point. It's disgusting. So he's holding up Joey Chestnut as a white paper that says 200, which is an homage to Wilt Chamberlain when he scored 100 points like 55, 60 years ago in an NBA game, which a lot of people try to discredit and say didn't happen because there wasn't video of it. And then again, people that say that are just bored out of their mind, conspiracy theorists. Another topic I'm thinking about, to me, conspiracy theorists are nothing more and nothing less than like, you know how there's that term fan fiction? And if you don't know what fan fiction is, I'm about to tell you. Fan fiction is when like a TV show gets canceled and online people write their own made up episodes of, let's say, Star Trek, or let's say a canceled adult cartoon. And I find conspiracy theorists and that to be fan fiction where people want things to be interesting. People want things to be real. People want things to be like, oh yeah, Wilt Chamberlain didn't score 100 points in the game. No, the record's there for a reason. I don't know. It just drives me absolutely mad. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, speaking of basketball, we have this headline about the WNBA, because, again, it's a slow news summer. Actually, jokes about the WNBA aren't funny anymore because it is a little relevant. I don't know if anybody's actually watched the WNBA game, but people are talking about it.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Time now for our last call. Former college rivals turned WNBA rookie sensations, taking the league to new heights. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese both making women's basketball history over the weekend. Reese recorded.
The way Angel Reese behaves, it's not surprising that she's from Baltimore.
Her 13th consecutive double-double for the Chicago Sky, besting the streak set by all-time great Candace Parker.
Here's the thing. I'm not discrediting a professional basketball player's double-doubles, which means that you have double-digit rebounds and double-digit points or double-digit assists. So pretty much you have 10 of either steals, blocks, points, rebounds, and assists. But for her, it's rebounds and points. And the thing is, she misses a lot of her shots, so she grabs the offensive rebound. So again, it's like if she was making every shot, like let's say Shaq, you wouldn't have as many rebounds.
Clark also making history, becoming the first rookie to score a triple-double, and she did it playing against the league's top-ranked team, the New York Liberty. As if you haven't heard enough for them, listen, we talked Washington, we talked politics.
All right, here's where they get to the point where they talk to these reporters that give their opinions. And this just in, when you're listening to Hoppe Hour, I'm the one that gives the opinions. I love all the players that were ripping into Caitlin Clark, like Diana Taurasi was like, I can't wait to play her. And then Caitlin Clark beats her. And then Sabrina, I forget the name of the player, she was like, there's so much coverage for a bad team. Yeah, of course it's going to be a bad team that Caitlin Clark was drafted to. She was the best player in the draft, and the best players always get drafted to the worst teams. I don't know. It's just very catty. Like, it just feels like the way that they treat Caitlin Clark, they're just self-sabotaging the WNBA. Again, I used to make jokes about the WNBA back in the day. Hey, that rhymed. But now I appreciate it. It's just hard to watch because a lot of times when the game's close, the coach of the Indiana Fever will bench Caitlin Clark, and it's like, put her in. She's the reason we're watching. Before Caitlin Clark, the ratings were up 2%. With Caitlin Clark, the ratings are up 150. I'm just saying. Gilbert Arenas, who played in the NBA, said that, and now this could be deemed as sexist, but he said that because they're women, they're making it more catty while men make it about business. I don't really think it's that. I think it's just jealousy. Because they've been grinding in the WNBA, and here comes in this white girl who all of a sudden is making millions off of sponsors, and they're working their ass off. But sorry, there's people my age that have morning radio shows, and I'm not jealous. It makes me want to grind. There's people that got radio shows because their dad was a big radio show, and I'm like, okay, I'll keep working. You can either feel bad for yourself and go, oh, I don't have what I want in the current moment, or you can keep grinding. And the problem with this next generation, this is me sounding old, is a lot of them don't want to work for it. There's a reason why it's called work. All right. We're about to take a quick break here on Hoppe Hour. You can always call the show, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Margot Robbie being pregnant. We are going to talk about AirTags and how parents are tracking their kids. Vanessa Hudgens slamming the media. Lil Nas X regretting the song Old Town Road, and much more. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
electrifyinghoperadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
This following segment, I'll tell you in a second what it was brought to you by, but I have this saying on my show, and I will say it again. If you don't feel like listening to this next song, I'm going to just play with these buttons. It's fun.
You can skip forward 3.5 minutes.
But I work really hard to pick the best songs to play during a commercial break. And I have a list of about 75 songs that are not copywritten, so my show won't get deleted. I'm going to do this. There was a song that my friends and I made 11 years ago, and I want to give it some airplay. It's with Pharaoh Cali, who I have not seen in 11 years, and Shad the Poet. Man Down.
Yeah. Niggas don't know how hard it fucking took. How hard it fucking took me to get here. Even to fucking record this song. It's like shit was going against me. You think I give a fuck about none of that shit? Hell no, man. I'm a G. Girl. Run up on a nigga like pop. Them shots fired. Them shots fired. Yeah, them shots fired. Run up on a nigga and he drop. That's a man down. Man down. That's a man down. Yeah, that's a man down. Run up on a nigga like pop. Them shots fired. Them shots fired. Yeah, them shots fired. Run up on a nigga then he drop. That's a man down. That's a man down. Yeah, that's a man down. They call me Swizzy, nigga. I'm Swizzy, cause that's my nickname. I mark this rap game and call that shit stain. These lames ain't shit, nigga. Although they shit lame. I'm saying fuck these hoes. And then your bitch came. But I might get her name. I know she'll let me. And we can kick it, girl. And call that Jet Li. I'll beat that pussy up. That's what's my bet, G. And now I gave her another reason to say nobody hit it like this. Ill type of shows, ill type of clothes, ill type of ass, bring ill type of hoes. Tell all my haters go on niggas weekend if they ain't learn my ill type of flows, ill type of grind. Money on my mind, you can find me in the lab working like overtime. Nobody ever hit the track like me. Shed on the beat and you know that's heat, nigga. Run up on a nigga like pop. Them shots fired. Them shots fired. Yeah, them shots fired. Run up on a nigga and he drop. That's a man down. That's a man down. Yeah, that's a man down. Run up on a nigga like pop. Them shots fired. Them shots fired. Yeah, them shots fired. Run up on a nigga and he drop. Yeah. That's a man down. That's a man down. Yeah, that's a man down. Funny how friendship often turn to hatred. When they see you doing bad, they won't help you make it. I don't leave my life to chance. I go out and take it. That's why I gotta make it. That's why I gotta make it. All my haters get no recognition. I remember when niggas ain't had no pot to piss in. My opposition is usually fucking optimistic, but that can't help them when hollow tips leaving bodies missing. Run up on a nigga like pop. Them shots fired. Them shots fired. Yeah, them shots fired. Run up on a nigga and he drop. That's a man down. That's a man down. Yeah, that's a man down. Run up on a nigga like pop. Them shots fired. Them shots fired. Yeah, them shots fired. Run up on a nigga and he drop. That's a man down. That's a man down. Yeah, that's a man down. Live life good, baby. Fuck all your haters, eh?
What haters?
I'm screaming, fuck all mine. Shad, we gotta shine.
Oh, sure.
Hey, that's real, nigga. And that's how you kill it.
Really?
If you didn't know.
Now I know.
Bitch! That's TP, nigga.
Yeah.
Remember that fucking suck a dick.
Well, I'm not the one sucking. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best kava and kratom around at mitra-9.com. If you go there at mitra-9.com and check out, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, you can save 20%.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Tweet Ryan Hoppe at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Snapchat him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And email him anytime at ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now back to the show. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me. ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Let's get into it.
Hoppe Hot Topic.
Julia Fox comes out as lesbian. Hashtag sorry boys.
Julia Fox is opening up about her sexuality.
Now, if you don't know who this is, this was that ex of Kanye West.
While responding to a TikTok video by another creator about seeing, quote, a lesbian with their boyfriend, the Uncut Gems actress seemingly comes out in her own video by joking that she was, quote, that lesbian.
I love when I see a lesbian with their boyfriend. It's like, you hate that, man.
Hey, that was me. I was not lesbian.
She still has that, vocal fry. I wish her nothing but the best. Life is way too short to be in the closet. I think everybody needs to accept everybody's sexual orientation. So I'm glad she came out as lesbian. I bet she was trying to make it work and then make it work where you're straight because you're afraid to come out, and then dealing with the bipolar narcissistic sociopath known as Kanye West. I bet it probably didn't help.
So sorry, boys. Won't happen again.
That's her narcissism where it's like, sorry, boys. Like, yes, you're a gorgeous girl, Julia Fox, and you have some redeeming talent, but nobody's like, no, we don't get to date you. You've been irrelevant for 2 years.
As fans recall, Julia was in relationships with men prior to her coming out. She first married Peter Artemiev, with whom she shares 3-year-old son Valentino in 2018, but their divorce was finalized in 2020. Then in 2022, she was linked to Kanye West after meeting him at a New Year's party in Miami. And while
that was weird when he dated her, they just had no emotion. Like, whenever you're dating Kanye West, I think it says, don't have emotion.
Julia felt an instant connection with the rapper.
Yeah, the connection was money and clout. No one heard of her before. No one went, oh yeah, such a huge fan of the body of work of Julia Fox.
Who at the time was in the middle of a divorce with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Their whirlwind romance fizzled out within a month.
Yeah. That was just friends with benefits. Like, I had a girlfriend in 2016 that we dated for 3 months, and those are the young relationships where it's hot and heavy, and then it's just kind of like a car going 150 miles per hour down the highway with 3 tires and the 4th tire's flat. Like, you're able to move the car, but at some point it's going to crash.
The OMG fashion host later detailed their relationship in her 2023 memoir, Down the Drain, where she only referred to Kanye as, quote, the artist.
Yeah, that's what you do when you have a bitter breakup. You refer to them as their occupation. Called being petty. She should be applauding Kanye West at some point. Because I've seen the movie Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. It's a walking panic attack of a movie. But I don't even really remember the scene she was in. Kanye West made her irrelevant. Kanye West made her into a household name.
The only time he engages is when the camera is on us, when he will grab me and kiss me passionately.
The way she says grab me, that sounds so aggressive. Like the idea of Kanye West grabbing a woman, like this sounds very forceful. Mm-hmm.
Questioning if their relationship was a, quote, public stunt, Julia continues in her book, I'm disconnected from the moment. I try to find gratitude for the lavish gifts, but the feeling of insincerity lingers.
So she's pretty much admitting, I was with him for the money, I was with him for everything he gave me, but there was never any love. I really wonder deep down what type of person Kanye West is, because a lot of rappers say that he changed after his mom died. And I definitely think he went down the drain, not career-wise, but personality-wise with the Kardashian curse. Every guy that dates a Kardashian, for the most part, their career goes down the drain.
According to the 34-year-old, she and Kanye broke things off after her 32nd birthday party when he gave her.
So yeah, she's having like a mild midlife crisis.
Her Birkin bag that she felt was, quote, more of a farewell gesture than a birthday present.
She's overthinking that. She was just trying to get out of the relationship. Like he gave her a present and she's like, that means I'm leaving. Goodbye. It's like, no, he just got you a present. Good for her though. I always say this, and I sincerely mean this. If you're a beautiful girl and you're able to kind of do the sugar baby thing, go for it. It's not going to work forever because the clock ticks, because it's not a real relationship. But if that's what you got to do to get by, next on Hoppe Hour.
Jonathan Owens is wearing his heart beyond his sleeve. On July 6th, Simone Biles takes to her Instagram stories to show off her NFL husband's new tattoo in honor of her. In the photo, we see the Olympic gymnast holding Jonathan's hand with the letter S tattooed on his ring finger.
After going on that podcast and pretty much being a little sexist and saying that he's the prize, even though nobody's heard of him and everybody's heard of Simone Biles, he's probably overcompensating, trying to say, sorry, baby. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this relationship is going to fail. Why is the relationship going to fail? Because you never get a tattoo based on a relationship.
And it looks like Simone approves the new ink as she captions the image with 2 screaming face emojis, 2 heart emojis, and 2 finger crossed emojis.
She likes the tattoo because it makes her and him solidified. Like she's marking her territory, where if he's with a girl and he's like maybe trying to cheat on her, and the girl's like, what's that on your finger? He has to say, oh yeah, because you can take off a wedding ring whenever, you know?
Tattoo debut comes just weeks before the gymnast is set to compete at the 2024 Paris Olympics.
I honestly can't wait for the Olympics just because there's going to be so many storylines. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Team USA basketball team is all that I'm really going to be watching, but I don't know what time they're playing. I don't feel like getting up at 4 a.m. to watch professional athletes that don't know who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I want to support America. I want to be there, you know, going, Team USA, Team USA, Team USA. But it's like, do I really want to get up in the middle of the night for the Olympics? No. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Jon Stewart. We're going to talk about Kesha. That's quite the combination. And much more. Like I say, you never know what we might talk about here on Hoppe Hour. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And if you feel like sending me a Snapchat, what do you think the username is? Oh yeah, Ryan Hoppe Radio. This show is for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the UK or you live in the US. If you're listening on the radio or if you're listening via a podcasting platform after searching HOPPE radio, you are listening, you are tuned in, and I appreciate you. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Do not touch that radio dial, that smart device, however the hell you are listening to Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Like I say, if you don't feel like listening to the song, you can skip forward. I would say, let me see what song I feel like playing. Let me think here. I would say 4 minutes. Here's Vi featuring GLC with Herda.
Y'all not in tune with something beautiful right here. Something epic. This official. Matthias, let's make it. Look, us being a nice guy, I leave that to them dudes that shoot hoops. I'd rather roll through in a new coupe with chicks that get 200 to do shoots. Rolling a shooby doobie while we listen to smooth grooves. Dude, I tried to told you I'm hot like magma and keep them stashed up in the Dodge Magnum near the stash of the Magnums. Never know which one I'ma use. Right there, I got a couple people confused. Cause I never lose, and I never snooze. Pop shit, then I pop this shit, knock you out of your shoes. I shut down crews and rock tailor-made suits and Louis shoes. It's hard to do what I do. Stunning like Evil Knievel, keep a watch face see-through. I do this for my people, selling through they screen though. My mom said I was a walking felony, cause I kept 16s in the closet like Kelly. Shop with the sellers. Dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real. Nah, dog, I'm not a mad rapper. I'm a disgruntled MC, and I teach you dudes about tussling with me. Truth is, I hate these marks. I should pull this jammy and spark and leave these rappers handicap park. And when you see your boy out, bow down or kiss the ring. With a crew about myself, I ain't worried about a thing. This is Shot City, man. Where the f you from? And your chick can't go if she ain't gobbling. My partner Supreme told me flows hard on these monkeys. I hit pro gyms and told them make my wrist chunky. Chain hung like donkey. And fuck them dudes who want it. Nickname beautiful, keep them brass on me. Homie, I'm funky like leg shots to let you know that I'm serious. When them blocks get hot, I'm in the streets bare chested. I got money invested. These detectives. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm serious in this mother. Hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real.
This ain't the young and restless. You could say the drama like support boy. Put your life on pause like a comma. When you cutting corners and you stacking money, again turn comedians, man, they get to acting funny. I know the MCs, the real MCs. Same old same dude, man, them was shopping with me. Get a pumpkin head in front of your little daughter. You a broke pop machine, get you out of order. I'ma come and get you. Don't make me hit your shells like a snail or an armadillo. Watch your blue lights with the blue film. Slice it, make him look like he got gills. This ain't artificial, man, this shit real. Throw him in Lake Michigan and hope the nigga can't swim. And if he can't, I guess he won't live. Giving names, get your change, he ain't hate a bill. That nothing, Charlie. Let's go. I am the grain.
I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up.
Oh, sure.
I'm a hustler for real.
Yeah.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
And now for something completely different.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. If this is your first time listening to the show, hi, my name's Ryan Hoppe. I'm 30 years old. And this is my award-winning circus. You never know where I may take the show. So let's go. That rhymed.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
This next headline here is fascinating. Parents turn to AirTags to track kids.
All right, we do want to turn now to parents turning to smart devices like Apple AirTags to actually track their children who are too young for a smartphone. Becky Worley is back with the details on this. Becky, tell me more. I'm fascinated.
Before we find out more, I'm telling you, I'm very grateful, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that I was born in 1993. Now, I know by me saying that, I make some people feel old, but I was able to go to alleged underage drinking parties and go into the woods to hang out with my friend Mary Jane, and nobody was able to track me. Right when I graduated high school in 2012 was kind of when everything kind of began to go a little more technological. Like the iPhone was out, but that tracking wasn't around, and there wasn't Ring doorbells and that. Man, we had it good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The whole underage drinking party thing was a fascinating thing because you would have couples doing naughty things on the parents' bed, and you would have teenagers doing cocaine. I didn't do that though, and drinking and that. And then the kids would clean up the house, and the parents would come home from a long trip and be like, "Hi, guys. Thanks for keeping the house clean." And it was like, if only you knew what was going down. There was one time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that I was at an underage drinking party, and the cops came. The party was loud, though. Like, all the teens were bringing in kegs. Like, it was like they were trying to get caught. Nothing was low-key about it. And they were playing early 2010s EDM. This is like 2011, and the party is wild. And I go, I think I'm gonna leave now. And I walk out the door and I start running, and I see that there's cop cars all within the neighborhood surrounding the house. So I go back inside and go, crud, I'm gonna get caught. So the parents get called, and there's like 40 kids in the basement. So I go, you know what? I'm going to go through this window. So it was in a basement. So I like pushed the window, and the window smashed, and me and like 3 of my friends ran out, and my one friend who didn't go to the party picked us up in a minivan. So all the cops were surrounding the house, but I was able to like jump through a neighbor's yard and go and get into the car. And I remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that night the room was spinning, and my parents knew I drank, but I felt so safe in my childhood home. None of that exists anymore. If underage drinking parties do go on, the parents don't care.
Fascinated by this.
Yeah, Whit. I mean, anytime new technology comes on the market, people will find new and novel, inventive ways to use it. Putting an AirTag on your toddler sounds crazy, but this mother of twins can totally understand how that could give a parent some.
I love when the news reporters have to let you know, oh yeah, we're moms and dads too. Just report the news.
Much needed peace of mind.
Keeping an eye on a toddler can be challenging, so moms like Brooke King are turning to Apple AirTags for some help.
Can you flip your wrist over for me?
It could also be used for infidelity. You know what I'm saying? It could be used for like, hey, you pat your boyfriend on the back as he's going out to a bachelor party and be like, I love you, babe. And then you put it on him and he doesn't know.
I'm always finding myself running after her quickly, and so I didn't want to teach her that if she ran off, I would just run after her, and then it was okay to continue this behavior.
King's 3-year-old daughter Kella wears the tracking device as a bracelet, mostly in crowded areas.
It does help me feel more in control of the situation, and as a parent, my top priority is her safety. And
I feel old because I'm 30 years old, and I'm seeing the parents, and all the parents are like my age, and I'm like, I did get a vasectomy.
In addition to her ability to have some independence.
And if they were to get separated, she's able to see her exact location on her phone.
And using AirTags is easy. You just purchase one and then bring it in proximity to your phone. It automatically recognizes it, and then you give it a name. This one's called Finn's backpack. So I can just throw it into his backpack, and now I know where he is.
I wonder if the kid would look at it and be like, I didn't put this in here.
Apple tells ABC News that AirTags are intended for tracking items, not people, and says to stay on top of a kid's whereabouts, an Apple Watch is ideal because of its safety features. Parenting expert Erica Suter.
I love how Apple is saying, yeah, buy the thing that's $500 to keep your kids safe. That is the most Tim Cook era, the most, hey, you must buy everything for us and spend a lot of money. Because the AirTags work and they're like, it's for items. What, a TV remote? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a clear way to keep your kids safe, and Apple's like, no, we want you to do it by spending $500 on an Apple Watch. Get the hell out of here. I love my iPhone. I have an addiction to it. I probably should go to rehab. I'm just kidding. But I really am addicted to my iPhone. I do love my iPhone. But ever since Steve Jobs died about 13 years ago, all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Apple lost its innovation. Was Steve Jobs a weird, sociopathic, antisocial weirdo? Yes. But that's what made him so great. That's what made him so, I don't want to say likable, but Tim Cook pretty much, just took over the company. And what has he done? There has been no innovation within the iPhone, I would say, within the last, since Steve Jobs died. The battery dies quicker. You have to have a different cord now. And, the battery dies quicker. Every 3 years, I have to get a new iPhone. It is very infuriating. A Nokia brick phone. Now, I get a Nokia phone. Didn't have as much technology, so it didn't rely on it as much. But a Nokia phone back in the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a Nokia phone could last a week. An iPhone, if I use it, let me see. I've been up 4 hours so far. My phone's at 77%. I've barely used it. It's a scam, man. But we all fall for it. And then there's going to be people that will call me at 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. Or tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio or RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com and say, oh, Ryan, you got to switch to an Android. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I know people do love their Androids, but it's just a known fact that the Android is not as good. I'm sorry. I know people might not want to hear that, and they think, oh, you're an Apple elitist. No, I just don't like the way the Android looks. I don't like the way it operates. And texting people that have an Android when I have an iPhone, and it's just a green bubble. I love you guys, but it's not the same as the blue and white bubble. Especially when you're in a group text with work, and people send videos, and it looks so unpixelated. Again, this is all first world problems we are discussing right here on Hoppe Hour. There's people around the world that go, I would love to have an iPhone that I'm not a fan of. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. And for all the info on this award-winning show, go to RyanHoppeRadio.com. Coming up next, we're going to talk about much more. Frankly, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I have about 25 windows open with content, but this is a circus. You never know what I might talk about. And frankly, that's why I'm proud of this show. A lot of radio shows are scripted with fake actors. Not here on Hoppe Hour. Anyway, We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Do not touch that radio dial or that smart device. However the hell you're listening to Hoppe Hour. Hang on.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
What song do I feel like playing? I got to let you guys know if you don't feel like listening, because we have a wide range of audience. We have millennials and Gen Z, and then we have older people that don't like good music. I'm just kidding. Here is Flippin' That with Nina Sky and Rick Ross. If you don't feel like listening, you can skip forward 4 minutes. We'll be right back.
Rick Ross, Nina Sky, it's cool and Dre.
Let's get right to it. Your man's locked up, but someone's gotta do it. Oh my. I-95 drive south for the winter. Got a trunk full of birds, they fly south for the winter. Yeah. I ain't tryna get locked up tonight, but I told him I would put that on my life. So I gotta ride. I'm a rider, I'm a provider. Type of chick to take the stand and say your honor. I was beside him all night, yes I promise. But I gotta have to put her, and that's the problem. I gotta. Oh. Boy, is it okay for me to pull over the car when I get tired? I try to go with no sleep. Oh boy, I got that work wrapped in tight, coffee grounds to throw off them dogs and police. Oh boy, cause I ain't tryna get locked up tonight, but I told him I would put that on my life. So I gotta ride. I'm a rider, I'm a provider. Type of chick to take the stand and say your honor. I was beside him all night, yes I promise. But I gotta have to put her, and that's the problem. I gotta. Oh.
Maserati candy paint for that personal touch. You need a body or a bird, I'm the person to touch. At a party, no searching my persons and such. I got Ninas and both of Nina's purses, they bust. Bill in my dough, they deliver my blow. On no cigarette boats, that's $1 million a float. See, I get it and whip it, sip it and flip it. It ain't just to ship it. I'm a Washington wizard, my soul in a hole. I feel so in control when I'm whipping the mold, smelling like cinnamon rolls. Got the Benz in black, big beamer in beige. You hate on Nina swinging, we swinging them K's. Can't cipher my sounds, Ross beating the street. We got a load on the way, we eating this week. I'ma chill in Manhattan, sit to work in the Bronx. Take a leave a brick, I be in them blocks.
Hour will be right back.
This following segment is going to be brought to you by DZBZ Honey at dzbzhoney.com. Now, before I get into talking about DZBZ Honey, we need to get some pump-up music going. Go to dzbzhoney.com, the best Delta 8 CBD honey around. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20%. It comes in lollipops, comes in honey sticks, and you can put it on bread. However the hell you want to get your buzz/high on, go to dzbzhoney.com. That's the place to be. It's run by my guy, Drew Reinhardt. He's a good dude. It's a local Tampa Bay company, but you can always order online at dzbzhoney.com.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Syndicated across the world and heard exclusively on every podcasting platform by searching Hoppe Radio. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
And now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And for all the info, go to ryanhopperadio.com. Or if you're old school, I'll say it for you, www.ryanhopperadio.com.
ryanhopperadio.com.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Now, I find this next headline ridiculous. It's this guy, John Corbett, who went on the Dana Carvey and David Spade Fly on the Wall podcast, and he's from Sex and the City, and he regrets becoming an actor. If you regret becoming an actor, please donate all the money you made from it. Talk about first world problems.
So I can reveal now, I picked the fucking wrong thing to do with my life.
Sex and the City's John Corbett is getting candid about his career.
Yeah.
The 63-year-old actor appears on a new episode of David Spade and Dana Carvey's Fly on the Wall podcast, where he makes a surprising revelation.
So I can reveal now, I picked the fucking wrong thing to do with my life, right? For one, since I was a kid, I hate to be told what to do by any authority figure. So I picked.
Wow, you sound really edgy, bro. Watch out. An actor from Sex and the City is mad.
It's something to do with my whole life, from my fulfillment of my work life, which is, dude, stand here, say this, put this on, look this way, say it faster, cut your hair like this. And there's not really, as an actor, in my position, which is, always second, third banana in
hired
something.
hand, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not Emma fucking Stone.
Even though...
Oh, no, you're not. Let me see what your net worth is. Return all the money, then. John Corbett net worth. Let me see here. 11 million. No. Poor baby. How are you going to survive? Shut up.
The And Just Like That star has been performing for 35 years. He says the job lacks creativity that he...
Oh, stop it. No job's perfect.
Craves.
I'm not collaborating with the writers. I'm just... Have you ever sat
feel
in...
like a puppet. You feel like a puppet.
But here's the part of the...
Everybody feels like a puppet at the job, but you made 11 million being a puppet. Shut up.
The puppet. Have you ever sat in a fucking waiting room of a doctor's office for like an hour and you're going, what the For me, that's what making a movie is like, because I'm not...
Oh, no. No job's perfect, bruh.
A part of any creative process.
While the star, who's married to fellow actor Bo Derek, acknowledges his success in Hollywood has afforded him some nice perks, overall, he's got some regrets.
What do you possibly regret? Everyone's got regrets. You were on one of the biggest shows ever.
Listening, it's going to sound like I'm an ungrateful, but I'm just telling you,
The
And for my
reality.
work life, I made a lot of money. I live in a beautiful home. People come.
I love that. I love when a rich person complains, but they're like, oh, look at me. I live in a beautiful home. I got a beautiful wife. I got a beautiful kid. Shut the fuck up.
Come to me in every restaurant I go in. I'm a friend of the world's. But as far as a fulfilling creative work life, I didn't write one line. I didn't write one.
Whatever. Poor baby. Return all the money you made then. I can't stand ungrateful rich people. I can't stand it from the bottom of my heart. I'm not saying that there aren't things that rich people deal with, but you have access to fucking everything. You have access to the best psychology. You have access to the best workouts. You have access to anything you could fucking want. And oh no, I was famous from Sex and the City. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I want this guy to shut the fuck up too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
We're back.
Wrong button. I got so amped up talking about Alec Baldwin.
Nearly 3 years after the fatal shooting on the set of Rust, the film star and producer Alec Baldwin will face criminal charges in a Santa Fe, New Mexico court.
I bet he's going to be so annoyed. He's like, oh my God, I have to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico and leave my wife who pretends to be Hispanic and my bratty kids that are going to grow up to be entitled because I'm an entitled piece of garbage. Fuck him.
Doing okay? No, I'm not, actually.
The case centers around Baldwin, who was holding a prop gun which fired a live round of ammunition during a rehearsal.
I would do anything. Now, I need to worry about my own life, but I would do anything in another world to see him serve time in prison. That would be funny.
Rehearsal on the Western film set in 2021. The incident killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and wounding director Joel Souza.
I bet he's freaked out being Joel, like that you didn't die because of this sociopath. And this is utter karma to Alec Baldwin because he always ran his mouth about people that had guns. And I'm not the biggest fan of guns. I think it represents small dick energy, but I'm not a hater of guns. I think it's someone's right to have it. I just think you're a weirdo if you need more than one. And he was always ripping into Trump and going on SNL and making fun of everybody. And then at the end of the day, karma hit you, you fucking douche. Ugh, can't stand him. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Harry manslaughter and faces up to 18 months in jail if found guilty. New Mexico prosecutors will lay out how they believe Baldwin was reckless with safety standards on the set. But
of course he was. And then they're going to play this interview he did with George Stephanopoulos, which last week George Stephanopoulos did a fair interview with Biden. I was surprised. But he did that kiss-ass interview for Baldwin.
In interviews, Baldwin has maintained that the gun malfunctioned.
The trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger. I feel that someone is responsible.
He's sounding like Biden.
For what happened, and I can't say who that is, but I know it's not me.
Prosecutors say a subsequent gun analysis report that they commissioned found that the gun was functioning properly and could not.
Yeah, he's literally just making up things. He's such a piece of garbage. I hate him.
Not have gone off without Baldwin pulling the trigger. Hutchins' husband, Matt Hutchins, telling Hoda in 2022 that he believes Baldwin's actions led to Helena's death.
The idea that the person holding the gun, causing it to discharge, is not responsible is absurd to me.
Baldwin has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing.
I don't even know if he's able to admit any wrongdoing in his own personal life. The dude is a clinical narcissist. He thinks everything is about him. And I've heard stories online. I've read things online where like he treats everybody like garbage in person and it made everybody on the show 30 Rock uncomfortable. He was just born to be a C-word. He's a bad, bad guy. You don't look at Alec Baldwin and go, that's someone I want to be friends with. Fuck off.
Later that year, Hutchins announced that he settled a civil suit against Baldwin and other Rust producers and would serve as an executive producer on the film, which wrapped filming last spring.
We find the defendant, Hannah Gutierrez, guilty.
Baldwin's trial comes.
And then the thing is, they're showing footage of Hannah Gutierrez. It's so funny. On the film set, she had like the typical Gen Z, I like the protest hair. It was like purple and yellow. She didn't look ugly, but she didn't look hot. But then in court, all of a sudden, she looks like a dime piece. I'm like, her lawyer was like, look, you're not a bad-looking girl. We're going to make you look hot so people feel bad for you.
Coming 4 months after the film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, was found guilty of the same charge and is serving her 18 months behind bars.
I can't believe Alec Baldwin was holding the gun.
Yeah. And then they show Hannah. She's wearing like a flannel. Yeah.
Gutierrez-Reed is expected to be called to testify by the prosecution, although she said in a pretrial interview she did not want to cooperate and take the stand.
Well, enough of that. Speaking of nepotism.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Back with our countdown to Paris, the opening ceremony. 18 days away, and the star-studded U.S. men's basketball team is gearing up to take on the world.
They call it the Dream Team for a reason.
Yep.
Somebody's living his dreams. His name is Craig Melvin. And once again, led by LeBron James, the squad just kicked off training camp in Vegas. They're looking for their 5th consecutive.
It's Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Jason Tatum. Why is Kawhi there? He's going to play 4 minutes.
Gold medal, and the aforementioned Craig paid a visit to them over the weekend. Could you just die for his happiness right here? He had to talk to LeBron, who opened up about something big that recently happened with, that other team, the LA Lakers. Take a look.
Yeah, the nepotism of a kid that averaged 4 points in college and died probably because he was taking steroids with his dad and gets drafted. And there's players that were undrafted that were better. Yeah, that. I love how the media is kissing LeBron's ass and like, Bronny. I'm not rooting for him to fail, but it's nauseating.
We can't talk about legacy without talking about the player that the Lakers just drafted in the 2nd round. That will undeniably be a part of LeBron's legacy.
What? A part of LeBron's legacy. The media saying that he deserved it. He didn't deserve it. He sucks. He went 2 for 9 in a summer league game and did awful. And then they're like, oh, his knee hurts. He's going to sit down. I despise nepotism with all my heart. It goes on in radio. It goes on in entertainment. It goes on in sports. Even Michael Jordan didn't try to push Marcus Jordan this hard.
Playing with his son. How cool is that going to be next season?
It's probably, when it comes to basketball, it's the greatest accomplishment that I've ever had. Done it all as an individual, but there's no greater accomplishment that would be able to overtake me being on the.
That's not true. When you won in 2012 against the Thunder, you were under a lot of pressure because you choked in 2011 against the Mavericks. I would say winning your first ring is a lot better than having your kid join your reality team. All the Lakers have become is a reality show.
On the same floor as my son, so it's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
That's kind of amazing.
I mean,
the whole time.
Bunch of kiss asses, Jenna Bush and Hoda. It's amazing. I love nepotism. I love how Jenna Bush is talking about how it's amazing that someone got a job because of their dad.
Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Some people might be like, oh, you're jealous. No, I call it like I see it. That's how Happy Hour works. I call it like I see it. And if you don't like it, get over it. Make sense? Hope that makes sense. It just drives me nuts because he's not even good. If he was like okay or whatever, honestly, I think Michael Jordan's kid is probably better than Bronny. I don't even think Bronny wants to play. And there's oh jeez. Why is that playing? There's all these clips of Bronny James like, yeah, it's my dad, da, 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 da. And then even Dwayne Wade was like, we think he wants to be like his father. You're not even letting him choose what he wants to be. You're setting him up to fail. Because LeBron's a narcissist. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting mad. I'm getting angry. I'm getting furious. It's not that big of a deal in the long run. We're all going to be dead someday. What the hell do I feel like playing? I want to get a banger going. I want to get a song that's going to pump us up. It's going to get the club going. If you're listening in your car, you can bump it. Now, if you don't feel like listening to the song, you can skip forward 4 minutes, blah, 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 blah. Here's Do It Like My Birthday.
that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing now. Till the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Sagittarius birthday November 27. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing now. Till the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Pull an all white phantom out. I'ma kill him with the pants and the shirt and the shoes and the hat with the shades and the chain and the watch is the reason I be standing now. That's where ice and spin that cake while I lick the icing off the cake. It's twist the B-Day, y'all. Come on, everybody, with the twist, celebrate with me. Do it like my birthday. Come on, do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. All day, do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Birthday, baby, yo, you're something hound dog. And them are some troublemakers, don't have them around, y'all. Whenever we in the club, we show love to all the haters. Shining up with my shit like the spikes like a gladiator. Oh, yes, I'm the gladiator. I'm master invader, gator. Twister and dude now, ready to regulator. You did. We the birds in the streets, player, don't watch me, better watch my feet. To the tragic doll under her umbrella. Ella, ayy, I'm an Ella. When I get done, she gon' bring me my cheddar. It's just the beginning, it only gets better. Now with my hat, now with my shirt. We gon' do it like the last day on earth. And if you really want to spill on the deal, you will sound like a mug. Yeah, fly in the mug. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Do it. It's going down, man. Sound nasty like my birthday. Jarrison, Junior, let's get it. Just get my nails did, just get my hair done. Just got this bad new Gucci bag, matching Gucci pumps. Shoes matching the belt, skirt matching the blouse, chain matching the ring. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. Got so many haters, why is so many hating? Sick like a mental patient, I floss like a dentist patient. This shit testing my patience, sick and working my nerves. I'm getting spending that money like the first and the third.
On gay skin blowing cushion the wind just like hey, yeah, popping no tags and visas busting the sag. I'm with it when I'm going hard to get a gone mad. Models all around me, so I'm buying up the bar. I'm a hood star and I'm partying like a rock star. Only at my pick game, meaning you can't upgrade me, mommy. I'm the guap green king, like do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it, I do it, I do it like my birthday. Every day, I do it like my birthday. Do it, I do it, I do it like my birthday. You did, that's what we say around here. Booked out, bling with the fresh gear. Keep it cock, snake skin, buck 50 hat, candy painted old school, rolling around on 4 flats. Hit the liquor store, mix the Remy with the drum, rolling on the 94, looking for them sexy. Oh, I'm ballin' with Kelly, cause I'm a flirt. Couple VIP with Don Juan, hey, look, I do it like my birthday, I do it like it hurts. Hey, watching these bad just to do it in the worst way. I'm a winner, mama, I am in the first place. On the dance floor, throwing up my birthplace. I'm an animal, I woke up on a Monday, and subsequently I ain't go to sleep till it was Thursday. This is a shot of Patron and blow a birthday. Get up with a you can take on.
Sounds like a plan.
First day, Burger King, mama, you can have it your way, or I can bring another bitch and y'all can do it her way. Hotel room, do not disturb way. That's how I'ma do it when I do it like my birthday.
What's the deal?
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, it so will be, but it's right here, right now, in your ear. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com. And at checkout, use keyword Ryan20 to save 20% on the best pre and post workout around. Brought to you by Dr. Michael Lang of the nationally syndicated Ask the Doctor show every Saturday at 9 a.m. FORTIFEYE.com. And at checkout, use keyword Ryan20. This is also being brought to you by Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. I just went there today. He's over at Salon Loft on Kennedy Boulevard. If you're listening in the Bay Area, I'm telling you, he's the best barber around. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction. But you got to sign up ahead of time. You can't just go and say, hey, Rich, can I get a haircut? No, you got to go to richkbarber.com. And when you go there, tell them I sent you.
Everyone else is afraid to say, what everyone else is afraid to say, Ryan Hoppe will say for you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Chicago to Cleveland to Tampa Bay. You are plugged into Hoppe Hour. It's Hoppe Hour with Hoppe. Chicago to Cleveland to Tampa Bay. You are plugged into Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. All right, let's get right back into it.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant, which this is sad. This is a representation of the movie Idiocracy. You have other people that are working so hard to try to have kids, and then this sociopath has kids. Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant.
Man, the heartbreak of her ex must be killing him because they haven't even really been broken up 3 months. So that means she probably cheated on her ex, that big, goofy Peter Griffin looking guy who's probably a nice guy, with this new dude. Gypsy Rose, I'm telling you, is somebody you don't want to surround yourself with. She had her mom killed. And maybe I'm old school, but to me, that's someone maybe you have a little bit of fun with. But you don't have a kid with that. She shouldn't even be allowed to have kids. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant. Let me repeat that. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant. Frightening. That's not good, folks.
The 32-year-old shares the happy news in a July 9th YouTube video, revealing she's expecting her first child with boyfriend Ken Urker.
Homie should have wore a condom. Just being real.
So I know the rumors have been flying around for quite some time now.
No one's been talking about it. This is a surprise to everybody. This is how much of a narcissist she is. She thinks everyone's like, oh my goodness. Is Gypsy pregnant? Is Gypsy pregnant? Is Gypsy pregnant? Literally in America, the country is falling apart. No one's thinking about you.
Now, and I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant.
And once your kid begins talking, he'll sound more mature than you. You got that voice.
Ken and I are expecting our very first child come January of 2025. We're both very excited. This was not planned at all. It was completely unexpected.
Oopsies!
The former inmate goes on to address concern from some followers and gets emotional about this new chapter of her journey.
I know that there are going to be people that feel like I'm not ready to be a mother.
You're not. All right, I Googled it. Her and her ex broke up on March 28th, 2024. And she's expecting in January. So that means she got pregnant around late March, April. So yeah, she definitely cheated on her ex. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure she waited until she was officially broken up with Ryan before she got pregnant with this dude. This dude was a side piece. This dude was a sneaky link, as Gen Z likes to say.
And I don't know if anyone's really ready to become a mother. It's not about anything other than
I don't know, you served prison time because you got your mom killed? Maybe you shouldn't be having kids.
Tiny little life that's inside you that you are now in charge of protecting. And
you didn't protect anybody else around you, so why are you having kids? This is the movie Idiocracy.
And that little tiny life is a baby, a little tiny human that's yours. And
that's how it works when you get pregnant.
that you have to make sure that you protect, you love, you take care of, and all of the things that I wished I could have had.
Oh, yeah. Now you're throwing a shot at the woman you got killed being your mom. Because you're a sociopath. Mm-hmm. Come on now.
When I was little.
She's either going to be a great mom or a horrendous mom. There's no in between. Now she's crying. We're going to quit playing this. 856-49-HOPPY. I feel bad for that kid. Mm-hmm. 856-494-6773. Speaking of pregnancy news.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
This Barbie is a mama-to-be. According to multiple reports, Margot Robbie is expecting her first child with her husband, Tom Ackerley.
Heck yeah, bro. Good job. High five.
The couple's exciting news comes nearly 8 years after they tied the knot in a private ceremony in her native Australia.
She's so pretty. I loved her character in Wolf of Wall Street. I fell in love then.
Met on the set of the 2014 film Sweet Francais. She starred in it while he was an assistant director on the film. Flash forward to 2014, and the couple launched their own production company together, Lucky Chap Entertainment. Together, they produced her monster hit Barbie, which she also starred in. The film went on to bring in more than $1.3 billion worldwide at the box office, becoming...
Yeah, I so forgot to see that. It was on purpose that I didn't see it.
one of the only female-dominated movies among the top grossing films of all time. Margot also scored an Oscar nomination as a producer on the film, which was up for Best Picture.
I guess it evens out. You have that sociopath Gypsy Rose having a kid, and then you have this angel having a kid. So, hey, congrats to you. Mm-hmm.
Back in 2018, the Suicide Squad actress opened up about the possibility of starting a family to Porter, saying, "If I'm looking into my future 30 years from now, I want to see a big Christmas dinner with tons of kids there."
Well, you made it happen, so now you just got to do it a few more times. Mm-hmm. I'm from Chicago, and the mayor, Brandon Johnson, every time there's a new mayor in Chicago, the previous mayor looks better than it was before. I thought Lori Lightfoot was bad, and then I thought Rahm Emanuel was bad, but no. There is a bunch of crime going on in Chicago. Chicago is so bad right now, they couldn't even have a fireworks show. And I'm not going to even play the audio because I don't want to give the mayor of Chicago any credit. I don't even want to say this dirtbag's name. But he tries to blame Richard Nixon for the weekend 4th of July violence. And I love when during the winter in Chicago and it's -5, the media goes, "Oh, murder's down in Chicago." Yeah, because no one's outside. It's sad, man. I'm from Chicago. I used to love it. I don't like it anymore. I almost got jumped last year, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go back to the suburbs. Also on Hoppe Hour, Mark Wahlberg refused to star in Brokeback Mountain due to being creeped out by the same-sex storyline. So pretty much, Mark Wahlberg just told us that he's homophobic. I mean, I've never seen the movie, but I'm sure it's not that hard to do it. You know, I don't know. Weird. I don't get homophobia. I don't get how you can judge someone else for what they're into. It's not your body. I like to say this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery, unless you're hurting kids or animals or other people, when it comes to sex or what you identify as or your gender, I don't care what you do. I really don't. And anybody out there that does care is a former bully who used to make fun of people on the playground. And because the transgender movement's different, and because gay people are not what you call quote unquote normal, according to the weirdo religious people, you feel like you have to make fun of them. But actually, they're more genuine than you are because they're safe in their own body. I can't stand homophobia. It drives me off this wall. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Done. All right. We have a lot coming up on Hoppe Hour. We're going to play a funny clip of Joe Biden. We're going to talk about, let's see here, a guy that has a billboard to find him love. I'm sure that's not desperate. Kevin Bacon, Vanessa Hudgens, and much more. So like I always say, we roast the rich and elite on this show. You never know what we might talk about. Again, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And my Snapchat is at Ryan Hoppe Radio. This show is for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you're in the UK or if you're in the US. You're listening to my show, and I appreciate that. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Do not touch that smart device, that radio, however the hell you're listening to Hoppe Hour. We'll be right back.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Like I say before each song, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip forward 4 minutes. What song do I feel like playing? Let's play Ride with the Mac by
Motherfucking fuck. Yeah. We are young moolah. And we run this beat. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. That right. Roll with duct tape and ride. Say Marley G. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Spit up. Roll with duct tape and ride. Look, slide out the Ferrari. I come to wet up the party, and baby, I can shoot like Robert Horry or Corey McGinn. Ready for the impossible. I'm colossal fool. And y'all niggas just molecules. Don't know how to build a house, but I got a box of tools. I'm talking about that pop, baby, black a boom. Good as front tune. The group I'm in say vibe, boom. Then they go pew. Nigga, I'm gone. I see you soon. On the moon. Put me in the dirt and watch me bloom. Put me in the jungle, bet I'm coming back with all the food. Put me in the streets and bet I'm coming back with money. We can run it, yeah. We can run it, yeah. We can run it. I'm heavily blunted. Me and my gun loaded. She riding with me to the motherfucking road. Yeah, and it be like that. I don't got people on that Glock, but I got people on that Mac. Yeah. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Ride with the Mac. Ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. It might have a body on it, but don't nobody own it. So anybody can get it if anybody wants it. Homie, I'm not your homie. You look around and end up wrapped up in the trunk like a fucking mommy. Phony, I'm far from phony. I'm only about my money. And I keep enough for work to feed 1,000 junkies. I stay strapped cause I keep a couple thousand on me. And I know these little cronies is plotting on me. But I ain't never scared. No, I ain't never running. No, I got my own back. I ain't never frontin'. Man, I'm forever thuggin'. I'm like a bear or something. No heart, I don't care for nothing. And no sir, I ain't here for nothing. Man, I'm trying to bring it back like the record's jumping. I got my system pumping. And I'm riding with the Mac in the duct tape in case I gotta carry something. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Ride with the Mac. Roll with duct tape and ride with the Mac. Man, yeah. Duct tape and ride with the Mac. Tell Mac, man. Yeah, duct tape and ride with the Mac. Quack, quack, homeboy, get duct tape, you understand me? Young money, young made for president. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah, that was Ride with the Mac by Lil Wayne. All right. Before we get to this live read, let me do this. This following segment has been brought to you by the best MMA trainer in all of the Bay Area, being Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. This is also being brought to you by westchaseprinting.com and much more.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com, and you can Snapchat me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Alrighty. Let's see what the heck's going on with our dementia patient of a president.
Whoa! Happy hot topic! Can I bring you the latest from the Joe Biden Chronicles? Look, we all know about the horror show debate, and how ever since that went down, the man has been trying to convince us, hey, I'm okay, folks. Well, let's check in on how that effort's going, shall we? On Sunday, Joe Biden decided to go to church, and not just any church, a historically black church in Philadelphia. Joe Biden has, of course, told us many, many times over the years that he grew up in the black church. So, let's see. He must be pretty comfortable in that sort of environment.
It shows him walking around, and he looks lost. And he does that thing with his hands where he's like, hey, I'm in the room. It's like, oh, you're the worst. Can't stand that guy. I don't like Trump either, but.
Yes, let that spirit move you, Mr. President. And then there was this bizarre moment. Just watch it on your screen here. What you see right now is the pastor of the church giving the president money that he can then go and take down to the collection plate as if he was a child. I mean, seriously, watch him. Is he okay there?
And they're saying he also needs to be told how to enter and exit a room. Ridiculous. This is the leader of the free world. And then you got this woman from WURD in Philadelphia. He did an interview with an African-American woman, and she announced that all the questions were pre-written for Joe Biden, which every candidate, I think, has pretty much done that. But you would think if you knew the questions ahead of time that you wouldn't have something like this.
By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president. I'm proud to the first black woman in the Supreme Court. By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said.
Did you just hear what he said? Listen.
First vice president, first black woman, served with a black president. I'm proud to the first black woman in the Supreme Court. By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman.
I didn't know he identified as a black woman. I mean, anything's possible nowadays.
With a black president. I'm proud to the first black woman in the Supreme Court.
Listen, I'm not voting. I don't like Trump either. But that guy can't even talk. It's crazy. Drives me nuts. This also drives me nuts. Diddy's just being a dirtbag.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
That's as political as we'll get here.
Cassie Ventura's team is slamming Diddy's recent vacation. On July 9th, the singer's team releases a statement condemning her ex-boyfriend's recent excursion where he went whitewater rafting in Wyoming amid serious legal troubles, including multiple sexual assault lawsuits and allegations.
I can't even imagine how far gone of a sociopath Diddy is. He is a bad guy.
Of sex trafficking and more. Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Wigder, said in the statement to TMZ, "I don't think whitewater rafting will prepare him for the choppy waters that lie ahead."
I mean, I want him to get prosecuted as much as the next person, but we've been hearing this over and over again for about 6 months now. It's going to happen anytime now. We are patiently waiting.
Her lawyer's comments come nearly 2 months after CNN released a 2016 video that shows the rapper grabbing Cassie, pulling her to the ground, and kicking her multiple times. It also appeared to show Diddy picking up an item and throwing it at her, which matched her description of the incident in Cassie's November lawsuit against him. And while the mogul denied Cassie's allegations at the time and settled the lawsuit the day after it was filed, he addressed the footage 2 days after it was released in a video on Instagram.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that.
The darkest times in your life, you're the one that beat her up. No one beat you up, you dirtbag. I can't stand it. It just always feels like the rich and elite win.
I fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
Got it.
I take full responsibility for my
That's good. What about the other ones that are going to come out?
actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Burn in hell.
I went at
What's the chance that Diddy kills himself or pulls a Jeffrey Epstein where we don't even know if he's alive or not?
and I sought out professional help. Now they're going to therapy.
Yeah.
They're going to rehab.
Well, you can also burn in hell. I don't know. What are you going to do? This next headline is a mother being a good mom.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I'm such a private person, especially as I get older.
A private person who's not afraid to clap back. Vanessa Hudgens slamming paparazzi who photographed her with her newborn before she could announce the baby's arrival.
I'm kind of like, let's just keep a bit more to myself.
Yeah, it's gotta suck being famous. I don't know. The money's good.
TMZ reported on Wednesday the actress welcomed her first child with husband Cole Tucker. The outlet sharing photos of the new mama and her little one as they left the hospital. A move that didn't sit well with Vanessa, who
That is a good thing that she's calling out them for doing that.
Didn't sit well with Vanessa, who hours later slammed the paps who took the photos on her Instagram story.
We're disappointed that our family's privacy was disrespected and exploited during this very special time due to a greed of a long lens camera feeding the media. Despite all that, mom, dad, and baby are happy and healthy.
Writing, "We're disappointed that our family's privacy was disrespected and exploited during this very special time due to the greed of a long lens camera feeding the media."
It's kind of annoying.
But despite all that, Vanessa confirms mom, dad, and baby are happy and healthy.
That's good. I'll leave her alone, Next on Hoppe Hour.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Kesha claps back. Yeah, this is 2011. We're talking about Kesha.
Kesha is clapping back at the haters. The TikTok singer takes to Instagram to respond to body.
It's weird how she was the original word for TikTok. Like whenever a millennial said TikTok, you thought about Kesha or a clock ticking, but now you think about a creepy app. You know what I'm saying?
Kesha is clapping back at the haters. The TikTok singer takes to Instagram to respond to body shamers with a pic of herself in a black bikini on Instagram.
Again, this is the rich and elite being bothered that people are talking about them. When you put yourself out there, you're going to have haters. Oh, no. Get over it, Kesha. Is that how desperate you are to be relevant? That you have to talk about body shamers to be relevant?
Instagram, writing in the caption of the July 7th post, "I didn't think in 2024 people still body shamed, but I am so proud of my body. She's been through a lot. She's torn her..."
Well, the thing is, if you're so proud of your body, just show it off. You don't have to tell us that you're proud of it.
ACL on stage and finish the show. She's held my fucking broken heart together. Before continuing, to those who think you're shaming me, you're actually making me feel very powerful.
No, you're not. If you felt powerful, you wouldn't even need to let us know that you feel powerful. I'm being honest. When you address the haters, you are giving the haters power. You got to ignore the haters.
I hope you one day feel whole enough to not tear other women down. In the meantime, hate me harder. Several other celebs headed to the comment section to show her some love. Betty Who wrote underneath the post, yes, you are so gorgeous.
You're okay.
While Kyle Richards said, so beautiful inside and out.
Yeah. And you got all the celebrities that want their attention. They're like, we love you. We love you. I just never will forget that she said, wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. She needs to change the lyrics to fuck P. Diddy already.
Kesha has been open about her relationship with her body before, including how she battled an eating disorder and sought help, telling
Everybody in Hollywood's got an eating disorder.
Cosmopolitan in 2018, the final straw was when I was with my mom at a family dinner party, and I was so anxious driving home, I had to pull over and I was like, I can't keep this secret anymore. It was scary, but I finally put my foot down and chose life. That was a huge turning point, adding, I'm not a size, I'm not a number. I am a strong, badass motherfucking woman, and quite frankly, I like my junk.
Sounds like she's just as classy as she was in 2011.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
If you don't feel like listening, you can skip forward. Let me see here. 5 minutes. But here's Defari with Bionic. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. And you can email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com, like I said. And pretty much, we'll be right back.
Lock shit down. 6 million's what it cost them to put back together that cat Steve Austin. Now the far right is bionic. Over 6 million tracks with 10 million topics. I'm fiber optic crystal clear with my projection. Whack MCs get clothesline when they walk across my intersection. They need protection, some guidance, some right direction. A job center with application for a new profession. Never set for nothing less. I blaze contests and set shop for paydays. In strange ways, life twist and turn. Word to gangstar. In this business, Skrilla hard to earn. I format attack, new knack technique. Speak with a passion on wax and tape and CD. Mad niggas front for paper and switch like a bitch, in and out like a crossfader. All I know is how to rock shit. They say the hotter the MC, the hotter the spot. Lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. See, I got books of lyrics on deck like Tash. Pocket full of cash, ready to bounce, roll and splash. C2 and hash, pro tour in the masters. Grab the mic, flex my wrist and hit like Sampras. Handle this, make you believe like an evangelist that real MCs are coming to reclaim Los Angeles. And hence I stand a chance to finally get my time to shine in the Golden State. Like Spreewell out the half. This beat is hot and make me lock like astronaut. Make K. Rool set that shit for my peoples when we blow spots. Pause. Freeze, my steeds rose like E's, V12 trees and 7 C's. If you didn't know, champ, the far right here rules a lowlands brother from the liquid can. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. MCs get damaged like civilized to savage. Sharp lyrics cut deep wounds. These niggas need bandages. They can't handle this Los Angeles relentless pressure. Full court, measure for measure. I'm like Pacino, a game plan Gambino. Every verse starts with defense first, like a casino. Every minute, every hour, I use brain power. For Mr. Space Shuttle Challenger, I devour. I tower like Eiffel, bust all verses like rifles, bust all bullets through flesh, unless you're wearing a vest. And even then, I still enter the human form of a splinter. The summer, fall, spring, and winter. Liquid crew member, champion contender. Holy like the month of December. The rhyme prototype. Lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. The far right here to lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. Before I hit a lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. Before I hit a lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. Before I hit a lock shit down. It's the coming of the bionic. Lock shit down.
I first heard this song on the Stretch and Bobito old mixtape show. Stretch and Bobito were some DJs that played songs in the 90s. And I first heard a reference on it on the show Power made by 50 Cent. So I looked it up on Mixcloud. And this song was one of the songs they played. And since it's not licensed, I can play it.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
All right, enough of that. Before I get into talking about the best kava and kratom around, we got to get the party going. Do-do-do, baby-dee-da-ba-da. This following segment has been brought to you by Mitra 9. Mitra 9 Kava and Kratom at mitra-9.com. At checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20% on the best kava and kratom around. This is also being brought to you by DZBZ Honey at dzbzhoney.com. Again, at checkout, what do you think the keyword is? Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20% on the best Delta 8 and CBD honey around. This is also being brought to you by Fortify.com, Fortifeye.com. At checkout, use keyword Ryan20, RYAN20, to save 20% on the best pre and post workout around. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com, the best MMA trainer in all of the Bay Area. WestChasePrinting.com is the best printing company in all of the Bay Area. I don't know if you noticed this trend, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I only surround myself with the best. And I mean the best. It's like that song from The Karate Kid. The best around. Nothing's going to keep us down. We'll be right back.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning. He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
And now for something completely different.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. I see that Alec Baldwin currently, as I'm recording on Tuesday, July 9th at 2:55 p.m. East Coast time, that he's going into court and he brought his baby. Oh, look at me. I'm going into court and I'm such a hardworking father. Fuck off.
Happy Hot Topic!
This next headline reeks of desperation.
It's time now for our last call, and let's talk about brotherly love. Two married brothers are on a quest to help their single brother find love. The pursuit is called the Find Chris Love Campaign, with a goal to find Chris true love in 30 days or less. They decided...
If you're having to go out and say you're trying to find love, you are desperate. I've been in love 2 times, and I'm telling you, it's cool. It's kind of nice, but when you break up, then you have that detachment heartbreak. I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that he ain't going to find anything but attention online from this.
Decided to go big or go home. Basically, their strategy, renting a billboard on the highway and signing him up for a dating app.
Yeah, can you imagine you're a girl, you're like, oh, you know what I want to do? I want to find my true love by a guy who's desperate, who had his brothers do a Photoshop picture of him and put it on a billboard. That's the real man you're going to find. Get the hell out of here.
They even created a website so that others looking to find true love could reach out to Chris. There are just 9 days left to make this campaign successful. The clock is ticking here for Chris.
Again, millennials are not getting married because it's not worth it. Just saying. Let's hear from these idiots.
Discusses with the panel, Mike, Kaivan, and John.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to have some hot takes on
Hey,
this.
guys.
I mean, John, Chris's brothers claim he had actually no idea about this campaign. What do you think about what they're doing?
All right, now they're talking to the panel. ABC News it's not the actual brothers. ABC News is talking to the panel. Yeah. Riveting. So interesting. Americans enduring extreme heat from coast to coast. That's when you know it's a slow news day. It's hot out during the summer. Whoa! It's breaking news. This headline really annoyed me.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
All right, next up, Kevin Bacon. With nearly 5 decades in show business under his belt, the actor's never been shy when it comes to his fame. Who remembers this Will and Grace cameo?
When the stalkers leave, it's the first sign that your career is slipping. It's a little tidbit I picked up from Val Kilmer.
You know, because it's an NBC show, they got to show Will and Grace. I never watched an episode.
You did a movie with Val Kilmer? No, but Val was in Top Gun with Tom Cruise, and Tom was in A Few Good Men with me. That was a short one.
We all know Kevin's never more than 6 degrees away up from being recognized. In a recent interview with Vanity Fair, the actor said he put his famous looks on the line in an attempt at anonymity. Kevin revealing he tried an elaborate disguise that featured some fake teeth, a different nose, and glasses to live out his dream of experiencing life as a regular, non-famous person. But he quickly realized the grass isn't really greener on the other side, saying, quote,
"Oh, fuck off. I'm so sick of originally, you're all going to die someday. They think they're better than us."
Nobody recognized me. People were kind of pushing past me, not being nice. Nobody said, I love you. I had to wait in line. I was like, this sucks. I want to go back to being famous.
Oh, wow. I hate rich people. They're the worst. I'm not saying that because I'm not rich. I'm just saying it's annoying. I see this here. Podcast host sparks fiery debate because he says that, let me see here. Women who complain about being taken to Cheesecake Factory on a first date are entitled. No, those are girls with daddy issues. And like I say, every time I talk about daddy issues, I have to play this scary music. Girls with daddy issues are fun in bed. They're the opposite of Swifties in bed. They will break your heart. They will cheat on you. And if you have a cool job, they will date you for the cool job. And once you leave the cool job, they'll leave you. So if a girl says, oh, Cheesecake Factory is not good enough for me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but specifically to heterosexual men, because I am the authority on dating girls with daddy issues. Run. Run like hell.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
And like that, he's gone.
Happy Hour is now over.
Happy Hour is now over.